I love when James Kelly says, Ninon, are you ready? I am always ready for the camera. You know why? I love the camera. Mitch Adams, do you like the camera? Oh, he doesn't want his glasses on his head.
I
He's
usually
not
leave
looking
them
to
in
the ceiling.
I've been on stage most of my life, so yeah.
You like it? It's fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I love to entertain.
You know, you can kind of do what you want. Well, there is a bit of a limit, but you can stretch it.
Artistic liberty is what we call it.
Artistic liberty. I've never heard of that, but it is artistic liberty. That's a new word for me. Anyway, you are on Vegas Live with Ninon. I am Ninon, your host. A little late in coming in and telling you what we do, but here I am. I was a little late today because I didn't know I was filming today. So cool, right, Mitch?
Hey.
Now you're an impersonator, and who do I look like to impersonate? Put him on the spot, right?
Ninon. That works for me.
I love it. Okay. Well, I'm Ninon is Ninon. Well, here I am. So next time
yourself.
I'll do myself. How do I do that? Anyway, so what got you into impersonating other people or not being you?
I basically was working for a company here in Las Vegas called Legends in Concert.
Oh, sure, everyone knows that.
And I actually auditioned for them as Neil Diamond, and they had just hired
you
another
look nothing
person.
like Neil Diamond, I hate to tell you.
Well, my
Then
love,
you
I
did.
don't look anything right now like the other person that I've been impersonating for 30 some odd years.
Okay, so we're in for a shock, aren't we?
Yeah, I was working backstage for them, and I was driving a car in a parade, and I had on a band outfit, which was Panama hat, Wayfarer glasses with keyboards on them because I play piano, keyboard tie, and everybody along the parade route said I looked like Elton John. So,
Oh, so that was Elton John.
yeah,
So you do Elton John.
that's it.
Oh, that's all who you do.
That's the guy.
What happened to the Neil Diamond thing?
I put it back over here.
Oh, I'm not saying you didn't like Neil Diamond, so don't
Oh, no.
misunderstand me. I'm saying you didn't like how you performed as Neil Diamond.
Well,
you preferred how you performed at Elton John.
Yeah, Neil Diamond, great performer,
Oh,
great
incredible.
composer,
Yeah.
but restricted on stage for me.
Yeah.
I'm more of an outgoing person, and as Elton John, talk
Well,
about
boom, boom, boom,
talk
boom.
about artistic liberty. I can
Yeah.
do pretty much anything I want within reason and get
Yeah.
away with it.
Well, also he actually does perform in different characters himself. You know, he has the
Yes.
hat. He has. I always remember when I first saw him, I thought, oh wow, that's a character because of his glasses. I didn't even know he was a singer, and I was probably very young. I didn't even know he was a singer. I didn't know what he did. But I love the glasses. I thought all these different. I thought, what a character this is. He doesn't mind doing that. You know?
I've got boxes of those.
Well, I bet you do.
But he, yeah, Elton, and again, you have another great performer, composer in Elton John, and so I was able to emulate him on stage.
Now,
so
do
to
you
speak.
play the piano much like him? Because my mother was a piano player, but my mother was more of a concert, more of classical. But Elton John was very much dum bum 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 bum, and then he would play something soft, and
Right.
had all these different changes.
Yes,
You know?
he's got a lot of nuances that actually came really easy for me. The most difficulty that I had, because when I dress up like Elton John, which is put on hair, shave this off, paint a gap in my teeth,
Yeah.
that is not an issue for me. The piano playing, I started playing piano when I was 6, and I took classical. But being the little rebel that I am,
I thought you were going to say that you were, but you still are a rebel.
oh yeah,
Love it.
I decided to venture out from classical, and so that part became easy.
Yeah.
The hardest part for me has been his voice, because as you can tell, my voice is really low,
Yeah,
and he
have.
sings tenor.
Yeah, he's.
So I had to train my voice to go up.
And did it?
Yeah.
Has it? And
Yeah.
are you happy with it now?
Oh yeah, I'm fine with it.
You're fine.
And I
with
can
it.
still sing Neil
So
Diamond.
with doing all these Neil Diamond performances, you've probably done them all over the world, right?
Elton John performances.
I mean,
yes.
Elton John's had a good
Yes,
one.
I've been
Excuse me.
from Hong Kong all over Europe, all over the United States and Canada. Just
Which has been your most outstanding performance of when you really felt that you really got it and everybody sort of was cheering, and you've got to have a moment.
one of my favorites was we performed for New Skin International.
Oh, I know that. That's an Asian. That's a Chinese company.
Yeah,
New
we
Skin.
did it in Salt Lake City
Yeah.
at the Delta Center, and they had the front end of a ship as our background, our backdrop, and there were like 60,000 people there. And I walked out on stage, and before I even sat down at the piano, you heard this roar come at you.
Oh, how wonderful.
And it was emotionally almost more than I could handle, because I just went, whoa.
We can't perform now.
This is what Elton John feels like
Every time he goes on stage.
when he walks out on stage.
Yeah.
This is what he gets. And I'm going, this is so cool.
How do you handle this every time again? You probably get used to it.
Yeah.
That's like Michael Jackson. I was watching a thing on Michael Jackson, and it's the same thing. It's like, and you're right. It's like this great big roar. It's like a lion's roar that comes up.
Yeah.
And, so that was one of the greatest.
It's an amazing experience.
That must have been.
I just love to entertain and touch people's heart with music.
So if you've learned all his songs, you've learned how he
No.
dresses. No, no. So you do your own. Oh, I like that.
I learned the ones that are his signature tunes.
Yeah.
And I've learned those, and I have a medley of ballads, and then I throw in things like Crocodile Rock, I'm Still Standing, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, as the pushers.
Yeah.
And
You mean still doing it now?
yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And so it's I learned the ones that I feel the public will relate to.
And also you feel comfortable in performing it, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
But you feel comfortable performing anyway. He's just sort of got into it, and you just change your whole character when you get up there.
I did my first piano recital when I was 7 years old. So, like I said, I've been on
What did you play?
one of my own compositions, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. 7 years old, one of your own compositions. You're only 7,
Right?
right? He says it like no, everybody. Yeah, every child at 7 years old does that. Like, come on.
It was notable.
Yeah.
My piano teacher said that she wanted me to perform it, so I did.
Oh, how wonderful.
And it was a nice experience. But my father was a professional magician, so when I wasn't playing piano on stage, I was
Playing tricks.
I was being a magician's assistant on stage. So
Really?
I've spent most of my life on stage.
On stage, and you really like it.
So.
Do you ever? I'm sure you do. At home, sit down and play the piano just for your own enjoyment?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think a lot of people seem to miss out on. They're going to the destination, the destiny, but they're not enjoying the journey as of life.
Right.
And I always feel that a lot of people in the entertainment business, especially, they're always, when they go into their homes and they start rehearsing or singing, they're doing it for the following thing, but not enjoying it at the time. So I think to be able to sit down, and you do that.
Well, and there are a lot of musicians that have a hard time expressing themselves,
Yes.
and
They're always afraid.
I do that through music.
Oh.
I've written about 30 some odd songs.
So you express yourself through the music.
Oh yeah,
so you're
my
able
feelings
to-
come out in my songs.
So have you had a song that you have written the lyrics or anything that has become very popular?
To my family, yeah.
I love it. But that's popular.
Hey,
That's your
that's all
family.
that matters.
Yeah, that does. Do you have children?
I have 6 children. I have 6 of my own children. When I married my wife, who passed recently, I gained 3 more children, so I had 9, and went from 8 to 14 grandchildren. So
Can you imagine having 9 children and yourself and your wife? So that's 11 people for dinner every night.
no,
It never
No.
happened that way.
don't want to imagine that. They're all grown and doing their own
Well,
thing.
yeah, but you did do that.
Well, yeah, with 6 of them I did.
With 6
Yeah,
of
at
them,
one
you
point.
did. Yeah. Well, my mum had. I often think my mum. She had 5, and I often think 7. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hello.
Right?
every day, and
Yeah,
you can't say, "Well, I don't really want to cook this week, and I'm not going to do it."
That's not an option.
That's not an option. So, what have you got coming up?
Well, I've because of the
COVID and all this
pandemic
stuff.
and all that
Yeah.
happy stuff, which we won't discuss.
And why not?
Well,
No, we won't.
we don't want to
Okay,
get
no.
political.
So, COVID-19
With all of
politics.
that, the Elton John performing situation has kind of lulled down a bit.
Oh, really?
I
Why?
haven't been performing, but I started a sound company with my friend, and together we are pursuing that. So that
What do you mean sound? You are actually bringing
we're sound engineers.
Sound engineers. So
Yeah, so
anybody who needs sound for a set or for something like this,
Yeah.
you would bring in the
If
sound.
I'm not going to be on stage, at least I can
No.
make the people who are on stage sound the best that I possibly can.
Don't you find that any production in television or whatever they all are now, they're podcasts and all this stuff, the sound is the most important thing?
Oh yeah.
I keep telling people, I said sound has to be really, 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 really good. It has to be really good. And,
Yeah.
you know,
And
it's sometimes not, but we can't help it.
If
you
it's
know.
not right, either the performer
Yeah.
has a problem with it, or the public that are there to hear that person or persons don't get into it,
No.
and that makes it harder on the performer
Of course.
because you have to have that interaction.
You've got to have that interaction. You've got to have that stuff. It's very. Everybody thinks it's just easy. Come on, you talk, you do this, you do that. But there's a lot more that goes.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's a whole performance behind the stage, never mind in front of the stage, because you have to prepare it and get ready. And I don't think people quite understand that.
Right.
And why should they? Because they come in, they pay their tickets, or they do whatever they do, or they listen to the performance, and that's what they've paid for, and that's so they don't have to worry about all that stuff. But it is part of it.
And that's why it's so nice when the performers actually thank the sound and the lights and the back line and the people on stage for helping them to be where they are.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they acknowledge it, and so the public goes, "Oh yeah." You
So
know,
it
it's
all
like-
has to be put together.
Until then,
you're talking like, Quirky Minds Media helped me out with the COVID-19 by allowing me to film in their studio. And James Kelly, who has been very obliging, been very, very nice to me, so that I could actually continue my show. And that's what he did for me. He didn't have to do it, but he did it for me on Quirky Minds Media. So I'm keeping it all together because of, if without that or without these people, you can't do it.
Right.
So you're absolutely right, and I agree with you 100%. How can anybody reach you if they can book you, Elton John?
My email address is ejandco
Okay.
at hotmail.com,
Okay.
and my phone number is 702-328-9922.
Now that's also for booking for Elton John. He also is single.
Oh yeah, there's that.
We'll just put that in there. I don't know if you're in the dating game or not, because dating in Vegas is
I don't
very
know.
difficult.
Did you have something in mind?
No. No, I know. I got nothing in mind. No, I am too busy to date. And I often think to myself, Ninon, you really got to date. You really got to get out there. I have a couple of people I know, but one's in Los Angeles, great. And one's in somewhere else, great. And so, they're both
Keep
somewhere
them at
else.
bay.
I'm keeping them at bay. But I really don't have time. I'm doing 4 or 5 shows, so I really don't have time. So I'm pretty busy. So I'm enjoying life, and I hope you're enjoying life.
I am.
You are? Any message you would like to give anybody out there?
To everyone out there, keep plugging along.
Keep plugging along.
Just do it. Don't take life for granted, and
enjoy the journey.
Enjoy yourself while you can.
Let me explain. Enjoy the journey means enjoy every second, every minute, every day, every week, every month, every year, and the rest of your life. That's what that means. Enjoy it, because this is all you've got. The only thing you've got is this. You can have all the cars, all the furniture, you can have everything in the entire world. It means nothing. If you're not in sync with and enjoying what you do, enjoy.
Oh, and a special hello to my best friend, Cherie.
Oh, isn't that nice? Mitch, thank you. Mitch Adams,
Thank you.
absolutely great. We will be back with our next guest. Don't forget to tune in to YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to go all across the social media, because you'll find us everywhere. Take care. We'll be right back. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe. Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.